Hello everyone, this is Julia with Senior Susie Stamps, and I'm glad you're here with me today. Well, first of all, let me give you the scoop on the retreat. It was absolutely fabulous, I can't tell you. I met 11 fabulous women. Some of them did scrapbooking, some of them did card making. And the house that we went to, I'm going to leave a link down below in case you're ever looking for a place to have a retreat, because it was perfect. There were 4 bedrooms, had 4 twin beds per room. Every room had its own bathroom. It was a comfortable house with a large dining area. We shoved the tables together, and we had sat around, all 12 of us sat around the table and had meals together. And then down in the basement, the owner of the house had put together this fabulous crafting room. She had groups of tables, so everyone had their individual table. There was plenty of room to bring your supplies in. We all were down there making whatever we had brought to make and chit-chatting and having a big time. This group of women have known each other for 20, 25 years maybe, and they get together a couple of times a year to craft together, and I was so blessed to be included in that group, and they just took me under their wing like they'd known me forever. So I was just so appreciative of a group welcoming me in. And so at any rate, the retreat is in Piedmont, Alabama, and I'll leave all that information in a link down below. What I wanted to work on when I was there was some clusters, and I did. I made quite a few, and I made quite a few cards out of them, but some of the girls that scrapbook wanted to have some cards to take because they're not card makers, so I think I gave all my cards away, except maybe one, and I've got one here to kind of show you. But when you have clusters, it means you can make quick cards very, very easily. So that's what I'm working on. But what I discovered was I have all these boxes. These are art bin boxes. I've showed you these before, but this is my favorite box for collecting stuff in. But what I discovered was I didn't have enough variety, and I didn't have enough die cuts to do what I wanted to do. So I'll be working on increasing my inventory in these boxes over the next several months, and then we'll do a big cluster fest. But at any rate, the reason I like these art bin boxes is because of the latches. You hear that? They close securely. Your stuff won't dump out of them, and they have a little ridge around the top so that if you have them on a shelf, you can kind of stack them together. Now, they don't hook in there, but they're kind of snug in there a little bit, if you know what I mean. So let's get on with what I wanted to work on today. So I have punched out some large stars here, and I'll show you what we're going to make in just a second. I pulled out some scraps, and some of these are large enough to use for a card layer, but I'm going to use them anyway to punch some ovals out with. Let me show you the starting point here. You may remember, gosh, it's been months now, we had a challenge for tags, and Jackie Dalton from Georgia sent a tag in with some of these flowers on it. She cut them in half and used part of it on the front and then flipped it over and used part of them on the back. Well, while I was at this retreat with Jackie, she reminded me of these flowers, and I absolutely loved that tag. It was really hard for me to send that tag back out, I'll just be honest with you, but I did. At any rate, Jackie showed me her flowers, and she used a I'm not sure I can put my finger on it. Hang on a minute. Yep, I found it. She used a little template that she made for large flower and small flower, and drew around her paper and then cut them all out by hand. And I did a flower like that, and I thought, I just am not sure that I have the patience for doing that. So I got to thinking about it, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is in 3 different layers, And there's one layer of petals that are in a star shape, 5-sided, and then there's a second layer and a third layer and maybe a fourth layer. I'm not positive, but I got to thinking about it, and I thought we would try today to make some flowers out of some oval punches. And this punch happens to have 2 ovals on the punch, and this is white-sided paper. On the back side it's not double-sided paper, but I'm just going to punch some ovals out. And if you don't have this particular punch, perhaps you have a regular oval and then a scallop oval or some other size oval punch to use to make some flowers with. So let's get started punching, because you're going to need several petals. So let me get these punched, and then I'll come back and we'll assemble some of these flowers and see how they look with the oval punches. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we've got 12 different patterns now, and that'll give us plenty of, I think, mix. I'm going to start out with my punch star, and that's what's going to help me do my 5-point spread. I'm not very good at spreading things out equal distance just by looking at them, so I thought this would be a good way to do them, perhaps, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to randomly take some of these and put them right on out around my star, and then we'll make some flowers out of them. Now, I know when Jackie made hers, she edged the outside of all of her petals with some pen, and I don't think I'll do that today, just in the interest of time, but I think you can see this is going to be kind of a pretty way to do it. Let's keep going and see if we can get some layers that'll work here. And of course, if you wanted to have some points instead of your oval shape on your petals, you definitely could trim those out by hand after you punch them, which makes it a little handier to have sometimes. So there's 2. Let's do maybe 1 more, maybe 2 more, and see how these flowers come together. Let's see, I haven't used the brown one yet. Well, I guess I'll go back around then. This one I haven't used yet. There. Now would be a good time, I think, if you wanted to shape some petals. I'm probably going to glue these down flat so that I don't have a lot of dimension to them, but there will be some dimension with curling these petals up some. And the other thing that I'm going to need is some little circle punches for the centers. So let's glue these down and get them put together. And I'm just going to rotate them 1/3 of the way and hold them till they tighten up just a little bit. This is, by the way, my Books by Hand PVA glue. I don't have a label on it, but if you haven't tried that, I encourage you to do so, because it's great glue, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box below as well. It's a lot less expensive than art glitter glue is. Okay, there we go. This one could move over just a touch, I think. There. Now, let's get some centers for that. I have some little things that I was working with here that are probably going to be too big for this, but maybe not. Maybe they'll be all right. I don't know. Let's put it in there and just see how it looks. I'm just going to glue that down flat because I've got some dimension on my little embellishment here. I like that. Now, I have a bag that I wanted to decorate, and I was thinking that maybe 2 or 3 of these would really make a cute little bag embellishment. Don't you think? I think so. Let's glue it on. You can see how well those little stars worked out for us. I'll turn the heart right way up. Okay. Let's go ahead and make a couple more of these. And I think the key for this particular batch is just to be a little bit random in the ovals that you put down, so that they don't duplicate too much. So there's number 1. We have some construction going on here at the house. We finally started working on the garage for John's project room. We did mine first this time, and so now it's his turn. So over the next couple of months, you may be hearing some hammering and banging going on. Let's see, I used that one already. How about this one? There's 2. This is some coffee dyed Sudoku paper, and I think we can make the centers out of that pretty easily. I'm gonna get these put in. And then I'll bring my little bag back in. I think I'll turn it where the numbers are kind of going at a little bit of an angle like that. And if you wanted to, you could draw some stems and leaves. Yep, I think this is going to finish them off just fine. There we go. I went back in and added some vines and some leaves out of that same paper, and then just punched some little green buds on there. So you'll have to let me know what you think, and I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye, everybody.